This video is on writing multiplication and division equations, and I feel like these can be a little bit more challenging than the addition or subtraction. I think the second one might be a little bit easier than the first one, so we're going to start with the second one. The number of starfish is 3 times the number of clownfish. If there are 9 starfish, write and solve an equation to find how many clownfish are in the aquarium. So that 3 times the number kind of gives it away. If we multiply 3 times some number, x, we're going to get 9. And that 3 times the number kind of gave it away. So when you would solve, you would divide by 3 on both sides, and a 3-point answer, as we usually do. And x is going to be 3. So since there are 9 starfish, there should be 3 clownfish because 9 is 3 times whatever x is. And of course, you want to go ahead and check. We'll go down to this one. Marquise read 230 pages of novel in 5 hours. Write an equation to find how many pages he read in 1 hour. That tells me I'm going to be doing a unit rate question, and when I find unit rate, I always divide. So if I know I'm going to divide to solve, you're going to set it up as a multiplication equation. He read 230 pages in 5 hours. I just don't know how many pages he read in 1 hour. But I know when I multiply that by 5, I will get 230. So I would divide 230 by 5, and that would give me the number of pages he read each hour. We'll go back up to the top. The Russian icebreaker Yamal can move forward through the ice at a speed of 5.5 kilometers per hour. Write an equation to find how many hours it will take to travel 82.5 kilometers through the ice. A couple things in this one, I feel like it is a little bit harder. We know a total. We're looking for 82.5 kilometers. We're not looking for any more or any less than that. That means our number is not going to get any bigger or smaller, or any bigger. So I'm going to be dividing to solve. Here's why. Every hour I can go 5.5 kilometers. I could keep adding that over and over and over again until I get to 82.5, but repeated addition is the same thing as multiplication. So whatever I multiply by 5.5, I'm going to get 82.5. The easiest way to solve, instead of adding over and over again, is just to take 82.5 and divide it by 5.5. If you know you're going to use division to solve it, you want to set it up with multiplication. Paz has $18 in her wallet. This is 3 times the money in her pocket. Write and solve an equation. 3 times the money. She has 18. That's our total. 3 times that number is going to equal 18. Okay, you weigh 15 pounds on the moon. This is 1/6 of the amount that you weigh on Earth. Write and solve an equation that would show how much you weigh on Earth. There's a couple different ways you can write that, and we have done this in the expressions unit. We're trying to get to 15, and we have 1/6 of the amount. Now we have talked before that you could multiply by the fraction. We don't know how much we weighed on Earth. So multiplying 1/6 times x is going to get me my answer. The other way that you might see it is what also means the same thing as multiplying by a fraction. Well, that's dividing by that denominator. So x divided by 6 equals 15. These two are the same exact thing, and you will get the same answer when you go ahead and solve it. But you might see it as a multiple choice on a test. So that's kind of how you set up the multiplication and division equations. The more practice you get with them, the more keywords you look for, the key ideas, the easier it gets.